Hello guys, bike theft is one of the greatest nightmares one can imagine that owns a bike. There are plenty of tools on the market that don't prevent from the bike being stolen, but that help to track down your bike. We know some of these solutions. One thing that is really kind of unknown to ourselves is called Bikefinder. I've got someone with me who just knows all about the system, knows all about the details. Welcome, Alan.
Thank you.
You're working for Bikefinder. You're in charge of the sales
That's correct.
in Europe. So before we go into the details of the system, please say 2 or 3 sentences about what is Bikefinder,
Sure. Yeah.
where does the company come from, and so on.
Bikefinder is a Norwegian company. We were founded in 2015.
Okay.
So quite a long time before this sort of bike theft problem was becoming apparent. We realized that bike locks weren't enough. 1 lock, 2 locks aren't enough, and consumers wanted to get their bike back. So this is why Bikefinder was founded. We spent 4 years with research and development before we actually became commercially active. So within that time, we looked at all different ways to actually put a tracking system on a bike, where to put it on the bike, the best place to put it on the bike, and with different systems. And we actually came up with a sort of configuration or product which is absolutely perfect for the market. It's fit for purpose. You get the best connectivity, the best signals. So yeah, that's a little bit about Bikefinder. In Germany, we're sort of known as Fahrradfinder, which if you directly translate is Bikefinder. We're relatively new in Germany. We see Germany as a very, very important market. Ultimately, we launched into the UK as well last year. Both those markets, we're seeing cycling culture change as well. People using their bikes more and more to commute. So yeah, absolutely, we're in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and people are really interested in bike security, bike
That's
safety.
correct. Yeah.
So you've got the little device
I have
in your hands.
Yeah, so this is Fahrradfinder or Bikefinder outside of Germany. What it is a flexible device which is designed to fit into any handlebar of any bike. So as you can see, we have one pre-installed already on this race sort of drop handlebar type.
Yeah.
But equally, it can go into city commuting hybrid bikes or mountain bikes as well. That's the beauty of it. It will actually fit any device. In its current format, that will fit 96% of handlebars straight away. But in our sort of box, which we sell to retailers and then on to consumers, you do have tools in there to adapt it to make it fit that sort of last 4%. The idea is it basically slots into the handlebar. Once you push it in, you then swing the end cap back. When you swing the end cap back, you can see 2 screws in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
So you have a special tool in the box, and it is a special tool. It's just not a normal tool because we do change the configuration of a tool on every production batch. When you place the tool into the screws and you turn the screws with the tool, you'll find this painted neck system will then activate and then grip inside the actual handlebar, which means it's now locked in place.
Yeah.
Once it's in, the only way to get it back out is using that same correct tool. All you need to do then is download the Fahrradfinder or Bikefinder app either from iOS or the Android store. And then you go onto the Bikefinder Fahrradfinder website and you choose a subscription which is suitable for yourself. Once it's charged up, which we always recommend a couple of hours charge, once it comes out of a box, you're ready to go.
Okay. So let's talk about a little bit how this thing works.
Absolutely, yeah. So the beauty of this, it is a GPS, GSM, and Bluetooth type technology. The reason behind that is we can have the best connectivity globally. We realize that some of the similar products out in the marketplace may be just GPS, some are maybe just Bluetooth. Because this uses a triangular system for connectivity, we're finding we're actually getting the best signals everywhere all the time. So we're using that. Now, one of our big points of difference between us and the competition is we have a dedicated support team in our Norwegian office where we're based, and they are there to basically lead the consumer, or the end user, step by step, hand in hand, the correct processes and the guidelines using the police involved to actually get their bike back.
Yeah.
What we realize with some other companies is you don't get that. Yes, they may have a tracker. Yes, they may have an app on their phone, but essentially once their bike is stolen, it is then down to the end user only to get a bike back. As I said, we have an 80% recovery rate in Europe on stolen bikes, which is very, very high.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is basically down to it's a great product, but B, our support team always helping, always in sort of contact with the person who's had their bike stolen.
Okay, so the tracking is really excellent.
Yes.
So the needed power supply is very massive, or isn't it?
It's pretty good. So you do charge it yourself. Inside here we see a USB-C port. The battery life can range for 8 weeks once it's fully charged on the unit. Yeah. That also depends on the mode. We have 4 modes. We have passive mode, which is essentially a mode where you should use when the bike's not being used. Maybe it's at home or locked up or in your garage. Yeah. It's a hibernation mode type thing. It means you don't have to take it out of the bike. It's always in your bike. Yeah. And as I said, we don't recommend you take it out of the bike. Once it's in, leave it in and you can charge from there. Yeah. The second mode we have is the first important mode, which is the standard mode. So put it in standard mode once it goes cycling. Now the unit is sort of connected, it's woken up, it's now communicating. When you get to destination, you then put it into security mode. Within this product, there is also a motion sensor. So when you put it in security mode, if someone touches your bike once it's all parked up and locked up, you'll get a notification on your phone telling you that bike movement has been detected, which is a very good thing. The final mode we have is tracking mode. We only recommend you put it in tracking mode once the actual bike has been stolen. Now, as you can imagine, the product is communicating massively. It's using a lot of power on that. Yeah. And you're going to be looking sort of around about 5 to 6 weeks before you need to recharge. Yeah. So it's quite a long time. Yeah. It's very easy to recharge. So in the retail box, you have a USB-C cable. So essentially you could just, once it's in the actual bike, plug the cable into the ports, either then plug it into the wall at home, or just if you carry a power bank around with you, plug it into the power bank. It is as simple as that. Yeah. With recharging, you do get notifications on your phone though, to tell you when to recharge. So you'll get one at 40%. It will ping up on your phone. Your Bikefinder needs recharging, so 40%. You'll also get one at 20% as well. On the app though, it's always visible and it tells you what percentage your Bikefinder is charged anyway. So there's all the visibility, but notifications as well. Another argument for leaving the device always in your handlebar is that it's really light one. Well, yeah, absolutely. It's very lightweight. It's 52 grams, so it makes no difference to the feel of the bike or the steering. You've mentioned usage on a mountain bike. Yes. What if I want to do a little bit rougher ridings, and does it influence the system at any? It's a good question. So as I said, we did a lot of research and development within those 4 years. Right at the very, very beginning, we were testing the product in very harsh conditions. Almost sort of impact testing as well, throwing the bike on the floor, hitting the trees, as you can imagine, which mountain bike users do as well. Yeah. Testing the product in sort of serious weather conditions, and we're a Norwegian company as well, so you can imagine the temperatures over there get, I would at least expect that, pretty cold as well. So we've got a product which is IP67 waterproof rated, so it is very, very, very weatherproofed, but it is also very resistant to sort of knocks and bangs and crashes as well. For changing the modes, I do need the app. Absolutely, I cannot manage that on the device. No. So essentially, you need the app. Inside here is an eSIM card. To actually have the sort of live data and working correctly, you do need to subscribe. But we do have a choice of subscriptions. We can offer tracking without insurance, where the end user can pay even a rolling monthly, or they can pay in advance for 12 months or in advance for 24 months. So the further you pay in the future, the cheaper it becomes. But also we do provide insurance as well. And that's another point of difference between us and the other products out there as well. Well, we can offer a full peace of mind, a full value proposition to the consumer. And the insurance we have, you can insure your bike up to the bike value of around about 13,000 euros as well. So, we can insure at a very high price.
with many partners do you cooperate, speaking about insurances?
Yeah, so we have 3 partners in Europe. Where we have a company called Trig in Scandinavia. We also partner with Hepster in Germany, so it's a recognised insurance company.
Quite well known.
Absolutely, yeah, and that was one of the important things, that we wanted to partner with a recognised company.
Yeah.
In the UK, we partner with a company called Sundays Insurance as well.
Okay.
So all recognised companies. It gives the extra sort of peace of mind to the end user that for whatever reason, if we cannot get the bike back, and as I said, we have a very high recovery rate anyway. If they have the tracking with insurance, they're fully protected anyway.
Yeah, but if I wish, so I can just buy the device only as a single package.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you can buy this. The retail price is 180 euros in Germany. So essentially, what you'll get, you can see you have a special tool. You can see the USB cable. You have a sort of a user manual. Yeah, which is very, very easy to understand. But as I said, you also get adapters in the box where if the Bikefinder doesn't fit straight away, or the Fahrradfinder doesn't fit straight away, you can put a sleeve on this to soak up a bit of space. You could put a different neck on here as well.
Yeah.
So you always got a perfect fit there as well.
Okay.
So 180 euros. Then, as I said, you need to have an active subscription for it to work because of a SIM card in there, but you do have a choice. The prices start from 229 euros for tracking without insurance, and then I believe 549 euros for tracking with insurance.
Yeah.
So they're the prices they start from.
Okay, I see. What's the case if I go with my bike, I don't know, let's say to North America?
Yeah.
Does the device work as well?
Absolutely. So, your bike could be the other side of the world, but everything is basically controlled by your app. So using your finger, you can put the mode in, even if your bike is the other side of the world. If you have the insurance, you're covered with reference to the terms and conditions of insurance, but you're covered anywhere. You could take your bike on let's just say, for example, a training exercise in Mallorca for a certain period of time, or up to a limited time. But then, you're fully covered as well.
What's the case if I do a kind of sharing model with my bike and I do share my bike with, I don't know, a friend of mine?
Yeah.
Can he use the technology with his smartphone?
Yeah, so we have you can sort of share the visibility of maybe a partner. So let's just say your partner goes off. She has the Bikefinder, or he has the Bikefinder in the bike. You wanted to sort of have the visibility, just for a peace of mind, safety aspect. They can sort of share basically the app on your phone via a sort of a scanning the QR code, so you can actually see what's happening as well, where they are. It's a great product. Bike crime is increasing. It's as simple as that. It's not going away. It's getting worse and worse and worse. Bike prices are also going up as well. Consumers realise that they need to add further security on the bike. They realise 1 lock's not enough, 2 locks aren't enough, 3 locks aren't enough. The bike thieves are staying one step ahead of the game. They're getting tooled up. They're having the correct tools to get the relevant lock off. And consumers are just fed up with the bike theft. They want to get their bikes back, and this is where Fahrradfinder and Bikefinder can help.
Yeah, so that's probably about, I don't know, about 200 euros really well invested money in terms of bike safety. What do you think? Yeah, just leave us a comment. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Alan, for being with us.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.